Company unveils fortified luxury bunkers designed for the apocalypse. Shalom, shalom. Before I begin, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and blessings to all you brethren teaching this word in all sincerity and truth. To the 144,000, the house of David, shalom. It's the brother Dama Agabari from GMS Los Angeles with another lesson. Lord willing to edify and give you warning from Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. And as you can see from the title of this article, which I love going into these type of subjects because, it further proves that prophecy and the words of the Heavenly Father are 100% accurate. And as I'm going to show you through scriptures, this is all part of biblical prophecy for these elites to, to escape the second death, the nuclear missiles, this coming judgment from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai upon this earth, because the Lord has these elites, these super rich, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, and all those type of individuals, these billionaires and trillionaires that control, the world behind the scene. The Lord is he's going to have them to be preserved from the coming judgment, because they're going to be the first crop of slaves in the kingdom of heaven. All right. They're going to be gathered out of these luxurious, bunkers, this comfort, which is ultimately going to be their last form of comfort and wealth and security, that they're going to have, here on the planet Earth. Because after this place is judged, America is destroyed, and Yahweh Shai returns, hey, we're going to grab these elites and kings of the earth out of these different bunkers and different fortified, luxurious bunkers that they have, preserved for themselves and their families, to be the first crop of slaves in the kingdom of heaven. So it's beautiful, their last form of comfort is going to be underground, before they're taken and snatched up out of these bunkers and have these chains slapped upon them for 1,000 years in the kingdom of heaven. And then they're going to be totally eradicated out of the face of the earth. So, hey, it's going to be their last hoorah. It's going to be their last times ever to be, living in that type of comfort where, they're not going to, where they don't have to work. They don't have to toil. They don't have to, sweat and do hard manual labor, But, hey, they're going to literally go from riches to rags in the blink of an eye, man, in 1 hour. All right. So this is why I like touching on these subjects, So let's read a little bit of this. Let's read about the last form of comfort that these elites are going to have, forever and ever and ever. Because as we know, they're going into slavery, man. All right. They're going to have fetters and chains slapped on their wrists, on their necks, on their feet, and they are going to go into captivity. They are going to be slaves. They're going to have their back whipped. They're going to be sold, to sold off, like we were sold off. Everything that they have done unto us, they're going to receive double. So let's read a little bit of this article. I'm going to hop around a little bit, drop these precepts, and close it out. And this is from naturalnews.com. It says, ultra wealthy individuals can still enjoy the luxury they had grown accustomed to while trying to survive the apocalypse. You see, like I said, this is going to be their last stint of luxury and wealth and comfortability. All right. It's going to be down in those bunkers. So they better enjoy it, man. You better live it up, drink as much as you can, do all your wicked shit. You better get it all out of your system while you're down in those underground bunkers, because once the dust settles and the smoke is cleared, hey, your ass is going straight into slavery, boy. It says Swiss firm Opidum, which applies a fortified underground. Matter of fact, look this word up. Let's see if it'll give me a definition of this word. An Opidum is a large fortified Iron Age settlement. Opidum builds the world's most beautiful and secure contemporary fortified residence. We design and construct high-end private bunkers next to. Oh, this is what it is. It says Opidum. What is it? It says from Wikipedia. It says an Opidum is a large fortified Iron Age settlement or town. Oppida are primarily associated with the Celtic Late Latine culture emerging during the 2nd and 1st century BC, spread across Europe, stretching from Britain and Iberia in the west to the edge of the Hungarian plain in the east. Let's look up a little bit more. Opidum is a Latin word meaning defended, fortified, or town, originally used in reference to both non-Roman towns and provincial towns in the Roman. See, there you go. So the word means defended, fortified. And hey, And this is going to be the last form of fortification, the last form of comfort that these elites are going to have when, before, when Yahweh Shai returns. Hey, they're going straight into slavery, 100%. It says Swiss firm Obedum, which supplies fortified underground residences, has unveiled its new La Heritage bunkers for ultra high net worth individuals. And you better believe these elites, have some form of bunkers already preserved for them and their families, man. As we know, they're going to try to ride out the apocalypse while all hell is breaking loose on the surface. They're going to be underground, drinking wine, having servants, living it up. They're going to have all their lavish paintings, their cars, all of their wealth and gold and silver and all manner of riches down there with them in these bunkers to try to ride out the apocalypse. Because, the apocalypse, as they like to call it. Because they really believe they're going to rise like a phoenix from the ashes. And when all shit is settled, they're going to come up out of the bunkers and set up their, their new world order, which is all a dream. It says, Oppenheimer hired French architect Marc Prigent to design the stretch underground homes for unprecedented times, which one providing a minimum of 10,000 square feet of space. Let me see. According to Rob Report, the residents can be custom made to fit the owner's taste, and they can include extra facilities such as extra large garage, a private art gallery, meeting lounges, an indoor garden, and even a spa with a private pool. You see, so this is going to be the last form of luxury these devils are ever going to experience, man. And after that, you're going into slavery, boy. Let me get that real quick, man. All right, and we can't wait, man. All right, you can't wait. And that's going to be the last place where you devils are going to have any form of a comfort, man. Let's get this. This is Psalms 149:3. It says, let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto him with the timbrel and harp. For Yahweh taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation, you see. And that's why our salvation is going to be Esau Edom's hell. Because once the Lord delivers us and saves us and changes these vile bodies into, our glorified bodies, we're not going to sin, and we're not going to have to suffer anymore, but be completely programmed to do righteousness. The Lord is going to give us all the desires of our heart, and he's going to give us the necks of all of our enemies, and we're going to put you damn devils in slavery. All right, we're going to judge you. It says, let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand. All right, and what do you do with a two-edged sword? To execute judgment, man. You see? It says to execute vengeance upon the heathen, the main heathen being Esau Edom, these elites, these Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, and the guys from that caliber, the Dukes of Edom. It says, and punishments upon the people, you see, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, you see. And when is this going to take place? When we rip you out of these different bunkers and dens of the earth that you're going to be hiding in, while you're waiting for all the, the smoke to settle, man. All right. You're going straight into slavery. It says to execute upon them the judgment written, this honor have all his saints, praise ye Yahweh. You see, that's exactly what we're going to do. All right. We're going to praise the Lord. We're going to execute the judgment written for you. And you are going into slavery, regardless of what all these other so-called Christians and bug outs and apologists say. All right. So this is going to be your last, your last taste of luxury and riches and wealth and so-called kingly status, man. And then you're going into slavery. It says the home has two independent air filtration systems with a primary unit for peacetime operation, which offers fresh air independently, and a state-of-the-art secondary air filtration system that can protect against airborne contaminants. See, so you're going to be living it up, man. You're going to be breathing clean air. You're going to have all your little, your art galleries, your riches, your slaves, all the blood you can drink and whatever other manner of wickedness you're going to be doing down there. But it's going to be short-lived, man. That's going to be the last taste of luxury and elegance for you, man. Because once you go into slavery, like I said, you're going from riches to rags, man. All right. You're not going to be wearing these $10,000 suits and having the finest of everything and slaves and servants and the best wine, the best food, all that's coming to an end, man. All right, let me read a little bit down. I don't want to read into that. It just talks about all this shit. It says, El Heritage bunkers are made to withstand the apocalypse in the utmost luxury. Right, because the Lord has it preserved for you to make it through these things. But, that's where you're going to be torn out from. It says heavy security is essential considering that these bunkers are made to withstand an apocalypse in the utmost luxury. To that end, reinforced blast doors are controlled by a multi-biometric meter that scans a resident's face, iris, palm, and fingerprints. An integrated military-grade security system, along with the ability to survive off-grid, comes with each home. You see, and the Lord has put the spirit on these devils to build these things because the Lord wants them to survive when the missiles drop. Now, we know the whole of America is going to be destroyed, but a lot of these bunkers that these super elites are going to have, they're going to be in remote places where they know that nuclear missiles are not going to hit. Any of these little so-called millionaires or, some of this new money individuals who are building these bunkers here in the States, they're finished, man. But these elites, they're not going to be here in the States. They're going to be in random places all around the earth in their bunkers to withstand, that judgment, because the Lord wants to preserve them for that slavery. It says they are places of serenity and absolute safety for the owners and their families. See, I keep saying that. This is going to be Esau's last form of peace and serenity and rulership. It's going to be down in them bunkers, man. All right. It says we are privileged to offer our clients the highest levels of service, creating beautiful places that will protect them and their legacy for generations to come. You see, and that's a damn lie. All right. It's not going to protect them for generations to come. It's going to protect them just until, New Jerusalem comes down from heaven, and we come and dig them up out of these dens and caves of the rocks, man. That's how long their legacy is going to last. Once we kick in them doors and burst down those, military grade security systems and, blast doors, man, you're going right into slavery, boy. All right, straight up. It says Opidum founder and chief executive officer Jacob Zamrazil said in a statement that says, we take an optimistic view of the world, but not all events are foreseeable or preventable. Yeah, because the thing that you don't want to foresee is you going into slavery and Yahweh Shai coming back and destroying everything that you have built, and the elect being changed and gathering you and putting you in chains and putting you in the pits, man. Matter of fact, let me get that, man. See, because this is the thing that they're not accounting for, and this is the thing that they really don't want to hear. It says, Revelation 6:12, I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake. See, this is when the nuclear missiles are going to be shot off and hit all of Babylon the Great and the different places around the world. It says, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And we know what that mighty wind is. It says, and the heavens departed as a scroll when it is rolled together as the mushroom cloud, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. You see, because all of these nuclear missiles that these different militaries and world powers possess, the Lord is going to allow them to be used and shot, and it's going to shake the earth terribly, man, and waste a huge amount of the population of the people on the planet. But these elites are going to be preserved, right? It says, and the kings of the earth, and the great man, and the rich man, and the chief captains, and the mighty man, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. You see, that's those different bunkers, man, which the Lord is going to have preserved for these devils to escape, to be in when these things happen. All right, let's get this word for dens. And the word is a spleleon. It says a cave, a den, a grotto by implication, and hiding place or a resort. A cave, a den, which is nothing more than your modern day bunker. And the scriptures, it's not going to say bunker or a dumb, because that term didn't exist when this was written, but we know what the dens are, you see. It says, and said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne. Because once this ultimately happens, and once these devils realize what's going on, they're going to wish that that they're buried and that they just die from the nuclear missiles. They have these bunkers fall on them because they know when Yahweh Shai comes, they're going straight into slavery. A lot of these devils just going to wish that, hey, instead of going to slavery, just allow, these dens and this, and these bunkers to just fall on us and kill us, man, because we don't want to go into slavery. We don't want to have to face Yahweh Shai and receive the judgment that is written for us, but it's going to happen anyway, man. It says, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb, for the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? You see? And these devils ain't going to be able to stand because their judgment is going to sit. It's already been written. and they're not going to escape it. They're not going to hide. They're not going to be able to get out of it. All right. It says, it is wise to read that again. It says, we take an optimistic view of the world, but not all events are foreseeable or preventable. Right. So your slavery and your judgment is not preventable. Though you're trying, through technology and all means to try to, it's just not going to happen, man. It says, it is wise to be prepared to weather the storm when necessary. In an uncertain world, an opium provides peace of mind. It is a place of strength that ensures our clients to preserve and protect what matters most. Yeah, and it's going to be, preserved and protected until that time that Yahweh Shai, and the elect come and kick down that door. All right. It says the bunkers are currently available in the United States, European Union, the United Kingdom, and the United Arab Emirates, which I'm sure they have other places that they're not mentioning. This that Openum is not the only company that's making these bunkers. You have quite a few different companies that are making these things. All right. It says the fortified underground bunkers are also described as optimized for super luxury everyday lifestyle while prepared for all surface threats. You see? So it's just a temporary, like I said, it's going to be your last hurrah, your last form of super luxury, luxurious lifestyle that you're going to live until the kingdom come, and you're going into the hardest core slavery the earth has ever known. All right. Like I said, you're going from riches to rags. You're not going to own any goddamn thing. You're going to be living in pits and in dens. You're going to be working from can't see in the morning to can't see at night. And the only day you're going to have rest is on the Shabbat, man. Other than that, you're going to be getting your ass whooped. You're going to be working in the fields. You're going to be building up our kingdom. You're going to be gardening and planting fields and, doing all type of, gruesome labor in the kingdom of heaven. See, it says, let me see. You got to ride by helicopter pad. Homeowners can come down almost 50 feet below the ground to enter a large blah, blah, blah. Look at this. This is an optional armory can be set up, built to NATO standard ballistic and blast protection standards using high densities concrete with the same composition used to make nuclear power plants. See, it says a basic level operating bunker begins at 10 million with no upper limit. The L Heritage model is about 100 million with the closing price depending on location, size, and fit out. You see, so this is all for the elect. For the elect, for these kings of the earth, man. Your average person can't afford that, man. And especially what they're going to do when the economy collapses and the money is no longer good. You're going to have to be one of these super high up elites in order to, get down to one of these joints. Everybody else is going to be destroyed, man. But you are going into slavery, my nigga Esau. So forget about that. This is Isaiah 24:21. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high and the kings of the earth upon the earth. See? And they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit. You see, this is what's going to happen to them. They're going to be gathered out of those bunkers in these different places where they're going to ride out the second death and the nuclear missiles, man. All right. And shall be shut up in the prison. And after many days, they shall be visited. It says the moon shall be confounded and the sun ashamed when Yahweh of hosts shall reign in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem and before his ancients glorious. You see? So these kings of the earth are going to be punished. They're going to be put into slavery. They're going to be put in, in different, places around the earth and punished, man. All right. And they are going to be put in prison when they're not working and out in the fields and fulfilling their judgments, man. They're going to be, locked away and put in the prison and in pits. And then once it's time for them to get up and work, we'll let them out. And when it's time to put their ass back in there, we're going to put them back in, man. And this is going to be their judgment. It's to go into slavery, to pay for all of their crimes that they have committed, against humanity and against the earth and against the Israelites, man. Last precept I'm going to get out here. This is Revelation 13, chapter 13, verse 9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, you see? And that's part of the punishment that's going to be put upon these kings of the earth, man. All right? They're going to go into captivity under the Israelites. It says, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. And it says, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, you see? And this is exactly what we're waiting for. The day where, we're going to be able to grab up these damn demons and these devils and these elites out of these fortified luxury bunkers, and straight into slavery, man, to be punished, and to be dealt righteously with how they have dealt with with the children of Israel, man. And it's all written within the Holy Scripture. So them building these things and getting ready to go into these things is all fulfilling prophecy, man. And that will be your last form of luxurious living. Your last time being a king and having the finer things in life, man. Like I said, you're going straight from riches to rags, man. So hey, with that, Lord willing, you were edified. Call all Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, putting the spirit on me and do this lesson. Until the next one, shalom.